You're ready to buy new construction in Boise. Exciting! But what happens when your dream build takes longer than what you expected? How long would you be willing to wait before considering other options? Well, let's talk about it. First, let's understand new construction timelines. New construction, well, the build times vary depending on the builder, the level of customization, and the location. Think of it as a pyramid. At the base of the pyramid are the quantity builders. These are our largest production builders. They are large-scale builders. They usually have standing inventory, meaning some, if not most of their homes are already built or very near completion. Now, if you're relocating with a tight deadline, say visiting in April and needing a home by June, this is your best bet. These homes may not be architectural masterpieces, but they are quality builds and they fill a need, and they are readily available. In the middle of the pyramid are the semi-custom builders. These homes take about 7 to 10 months because they follow existing floor plans but may allow some simple structural modifications. If you start the process in spring or summer, chances are your home won't be ready by the new school year. So pre-planning here is crucial. I just helped a client go under contract for a semi-custom new build, and their home won't be ready until September, a 6-month wait, but they're prepared for it. They planned accordingly. Now, at the top of the pyramid are the fully custom builders. You can expect to wait 12 to 24 months for a fully custom home to be delivered. I have clients who started the process nearly 2 years ago, and we're still 3 months away from completion. Now, some of that time was spent locating a lot and choosing a builder, so not all was construction time, but still a long wait if you're ready to begin the next chapter of your life right now. This leads to the big question. Would you wait for a brand new home, or do you need something move-in ready? Well, let me take a minute to share my own experience because I've been through this process myself. When we first visited Boise, we found a lot we loved. This area that we liked, the homes and lots were moving quickly. We knew we had to jump on it, even though we weren't even sure when or if we'd make the move to Idaho. We just knew we wanted to keep that option open, and this seemed like the right choice for us. Fast forward and we decided to make the move, but here's where things got a little tricky. We still didn't have a house built on the lot. We decided we needed to get up to Idaho to start our new chapter, to start acclimating to Boise, but my husband was still under contract in California, so he couldn't join us for a whole year. There were a lot of moving parts, so we pivoted. Instead of waiting, we bought a spec home to live in while our custom build went through the long process of design and permits and construction. It took us a full year just to break ground on the home we were going to build. And once construction finally started, it was another 10 to 11 months before we can move in. Thankfully, we had that first home as a place to stay while we waited because being in Idaho for us was crucial, especially since we didn't have a real estate advisor on the ground to oversee our progress. That's why I love helping my clients navigate every step of new construction because I know firsthand how complicated and stressful it can be, especially when you're trying to manage it all from out of state. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Erica Toffel, Global Real Estate Advisor with Group 1 Sotheby's International Realty. I specialize in new construction and relocation to Boise and the Treasure Valley as a whole. If you are thinking about making a move, I can help you navigate every step of the process, especially when it comes to new construction. Send me a text, write me an email, give me a call. My information is on the screen. And if you're watching on your television, you can scan the QR code to contact me directly. And please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video. If you're really looking for daily updates on real estate or Boise lifestyle, follow me on Instagram at Erica Toffel Real Estate. Okay, it got a little chilly out here, so I really needed to run in and grab a jacket. But aside from timing, there are a lot of challenges to new construction. There are so many unknowns. One of the biggest concerns about buying new construction is the fear of the unknown. You don't know what or who your neighbors will be. You don't know if the the amenities will actually get built on time. You don't know what's being built behind your lot. Take Valnova, for example, a master plan community in the foothills of Eagle, Idaho. It's slated for 7,000 homes over the course of 30 years. But right now, only 4 homes, yes, only 4, have broken ground. If you're one of the first buyers, you're buying into a vision rather than a completed neighborhood. And that can be scary and stressful in its own right. That's why some people choose a resale home instead. They want the certainty of established streets or mature trees or existing amenities. Which camp would you be in? Would you wait for that perfect new home, or would you rather buy something move-in ready so you know exactly what you're getting? Another big unknown when buying new construction is who the builder actually is. With the rapid growth in the Treasure Valley over the past decade, new builders pop up all the time. Some are well established with a solid reputation, while others are brand new to our market. And you might find yourself wondering, does this builder even know what they're doing? As a buyer, it's tough to gauge. Do they have experienced subcontractors who will show up on time? Do they have efficient systems in place to keep the build on track? Will they actually deliver your home on time and on budget? This is where having a trusted real estate advisor makes all the difference. I work with builders across the Treasure Valley. I know who has a strong track record and who might be more of a risk. I can help you evaluate a builder's reputation, their past projects, and how well they manage timelines. Because when you're waiting months, sometimes years, for your home to be built, you don't want surprises. Choosing the right builder is just as important as choosing the right home. So let's talk about handling delays. What's your plan B? Construction delays do happen, whether from supply chain issues, weather, which is why I'm filming out here, or labor shortages. I had a client whose builder was delayed by several months. And since it wasn't my client's fault, it was directly related to the builder. The builder covered their extended rental costs, but not all builders will do this. And they build it into their contract so that you are aware that delays by acts of God or weather related, etc., that those aren't at the liability or at the expense of the builder. It's something that you just have to manage. So what do we do? So if your build is delayed, what is your backup plan? Stay put in your current home? Are you able to do that? Maybe rent short term? Well, some of my clients move into a VRBO for the last 3 or 4 months to be here for walkthroughs as the build nears completion and to be already past the sale of their exit home. What about family? Do you have family you could stay with? If you've already sold your exit home, every situation is different, but moving twice is never ideal. So planning ahead can be key. I cannot stress this enough. I have these difficult conversations with my clients up front so we can be prepared for all scenarios. It doesn't remove the stress, but at least we aren't blindsided on the rare occasion when these delays do arise. What about financing challenges and contingencies? A major hurdle for new construction buyers is financing, especially if you need to sell your current home first. Not all builders allow for contingent offers where your purchase depends on selling your exit home. This is because semi-custom homes, they're built with some level of your personal preference, making them harder to resell if the deal falls through. I had a client moving from out of state who wanted desperately to buy a new construction home in a particular community, but couldn't access the 10% deposit required on contingent offers because their money was tied up in their current home. Unfortunately, that builder wouldn't budge and they missed out on the home that they wanted because she hadn't planned for that scenario before talking with me. This is why financial pre-planning is crucial, especially for out-of-state buyers. So is new construction worth the wait, or is a resale home the better move? If you're set on choosing every detail, then new construction might be the right fit. But if timing and certainty are your priority, an existing home could be the smarter choice. What do you think? Would you wait 6+ months or 12+ months for your dream home, or would you buy an existing home instead? For more videos about Boise real estate, check out the other videos on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.